and what is up, geeks? It's good to see you. My name is Shauna, pronouns she, they.
I'm Joe, pronouns she, they.
I'm Connor, pronouns he, him.
I'm Travis, pronouns he, him.
I'm Amanda, pronouns she, her.
And we are so glad you're here for supporting roles. I am here with the Illuminated Outcasts. There has been some shenanigans going on in the Feywild as, I'm just going to leave it up to Cliff. Cliff, can you give us maybe some Cliff's notes on what is happening with this group?
So we just had saved Campestry, and everything was lovely there. And so we moved from there off towards where we believe that there can be safety found in the Feywilds, and that's off towards maybe where this obelisk is, maybe a kind of crossings. We can get the heck out of here, back home, back towards the people that we need. But in the meantime, we still need to find somebody to fix McCree. On our travels, we get distracted by the sounds of what seemed to be a small group of people shouting for help. And upon further investigation, we make our way over there and see a big, massive treant being attacked and burned by a couple few folk, and then an Eladrin who got our attention. A spring Eladrin, if I'm correct about that. Who we find out later is named Wildberry. But at the time, we don't know.
Newberry.
Newberry, not Wildberry. Newberry.
Close.
I got the berry part.
I call him Bubbles.
Them?
Sorry.
And so
I called them Bubble Boy the first time because it made me laugh, and then I was like, I didn't really mean the boy part. It was just more the funny, and then I was like, oh,
it's Boyd spell with an I instead of a Y.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Boy?
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah, it's good.
And so they get our attention, and the Illuminated Outcasts do what we do best, which is go save, and help, and try to alleviate any problems that we find. We did our best to talk, and these folks were unwilling to budge, claiming that they represented, I believe, the Unseelie Court, and that
Prince Naveen of the Unseelie
Prince
Court.
Naveen of the Unseelie Court had claimed this territory, and it was all people's job to move. And they were like, I'm not gonna move, man. This is my earth. And so they tried to uproot the treants, and in exchange got crushed and stabbed and interrogated.
Shadowbark don't play.
All kinds of crazy stuff. Nonetheless, though, we end up saving this treant from hopefully way better fate than what he would have had. And then from there, we get to talking to Newberry, and Newberry offers us to take us to their elder, believing that their elder is capable of performing a ritual on McCree, capable of turning McCree back into the beautiful owlbear he should be. But in exchange, they would like to know a little bit more about the material plane, and a little bit more like hands-on detail, if they can. And so we have promised them that if we can, and if it's within our power, we will take Newberry to the obelisk with us and allow them to see the material plane with us.
But that's only after getting them an audience.
Only
with
after
Zelzion.
getting McCree right. Correct.
And if all else fails and getting through to the material plane for Newberry doesn't work, Kara did offer the maps that she
That's correct.
Copies of maps that she has made of the material plane.
Right. But
we can be pen pals.
But the thing that Newberry wanted first was an audience with Zelzion.
Correct.
Was it Zelzion or Elzion?
Right. Newberry first
Zelzion.
needs to get permission to go to the material plane first from Zelzion. That's correct. And that's somebody that we're off to go speak to and hopefully be like, hey, we need this, they need that. Let's make a deal here. Fingers crossed, at least.
Fingers crossed. Illuminated Outcasts. As you move through the Feywild, sun never changing, along with this new friend, Newberry. They have promised to take you to Oricena, their elder, and have explained that it's going to be about a day in order to get there. As you travel, who is on point, along with Newbury. Ikara. Okay. Can you roll me either a nature or survival check?
Survival all day long. Nature is absolutely poor by comparison.
Okay.
Ooh, natural 19 on the dice.
Hey, let's go.
7 for a 26.
You remember what Newbury had said, where the direction you're supposed to go. You move in that direction. It's not long after that they turn and start heading in a completely opposite direction and walk over to what seems like a giant looking tree. And it's got a whole bunch of these very small prickly spines, almost like what a cactus would have, these needles that are coming out of it. Vibrant in color, and probably stands about 7 feet tall. They immediately move over towards it and go, "Oh, this is, yes, if I could, she probably would really like it." And before you can even talk, Newbury has gone to go grab one of those needles off the end of this plant. And I need everybody here to make a dexterity saving throw.
What?
Yes, we're getting into
biscuit.
it like that.
I assume I can see this.
Oh,
You can totally
no.
Okay. That's another
Oh.
27. I rolled 2 19s in a row. That's not going to happen for the rest of the
Ooh.
game.
Ooh.
Natural 20 for a 22.
Hell
Whoa!
yeah!
Natural 20 for a total of 20.
Ooh.
Even for Cliff?
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Oh,
And
hang on.
I believe McCree was on my shoulders. So since I rolled a natural 20, could that roll over to keeping?
You
Our
can
boy
give
safe?
McCree advantage with your
There you
natural
go.
20.
Come on, buddy.
What about you,
Okay.
GS?
That's a 6.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So what happens? Am I sticky? Am I slow? Am I green-haired? What's the deal? What's going on?
McCree got
Don't
a
take all
15.
my don't take all my stuff already.
Shauna's frantically now scratching
15
off ideas behind the
saves.
screen. Can't
Like,
use that
dang
anymore.
it.
Can't use that anymore.
Dang it. 15 will save.
Okay.
I'm bringing up something very specific because I want to check something.
All good. You do you. And as a reminder, did we get a long rest?
No.
From where we
I
left
We
don't
off?
have
think
not
so,
gotten
no.
along the rest yet.
No, we went straight to it. We don't have time to dawdle.
No, that's totally fine. I just needed to know because I don't have access to editing McCree's sheet, whether
Got
or not
you.
he used his second wind and action surge for the day, which he had.
Got you.
So if we get into trouble again, he doesn't have access to those.
Cool.
Cool?
Cool.
Oh boy.
Hey, Cliff. Can you just roll me a d20 and add your dex modifier to it?
Yeah, sure.
What is
Just a
what is
12.
this? Ooh.
12. Okay. Interesting. Cara,
Shauna,
what did you... What?
what are you doing?
Cara, what did you roll? Just so I remember.
26.
20, that's right, okay. Alright.
Yeah, they're fine. They all saved.
Oh, GS.
Oh, no.
Just don't hurt
As-
the loot.
As Newbury grabs a hold of one of these needles,
I'd
It
ask you for
comes off
permission.
easily, and it immediately then just goes, and a bunch of the needles start flying every direction.
Oh.
And you duck, dodge, move out of the way.
I
GS?
go to hide the loot to make sure that the
You
loot's
grab
okay,
the
so
loot,
I'll take
turn
the full
around.
force.
You're gonna take 10 points of piercing damage as a
God.
bunch of these needles go into your back.
That's more than a fourth of my hit points.
Cliff, as these move past, you duck instinctually and go. They move past you, they don't hit you. You're like, oh, I'm good. And just the way popcorn goes at the very end when almost everything's cooked, but there's always that one kernel, right? That's always late. There's one that goes, comes off, starts flying towards you. You go to dodge it, like bat it out of the way, and instead grab onto it, spin, and before you have thought about it, you have thrown it back at the plant.
Oh my god!
How did I do that?
Ow!
I'm
Ow.
freaking cool, you guys.
Are you guys okay?
A clarification question. You've told us you have one of those tattoos that make you klutzy, right?
Yeah. The immediately.
Yeah. Thavana starts pawing at you
Yeah.
like she normally does when
Yeah.
she's trying to check the flower one and everything, the rose
Cliff-
thorns, and starts looking at all of them like she's
Yeah.
pulling up your shirt, trying to she doesn't know where
Cliff
it is.
rolls up past the chainmail that he wears up, so you can see his bicep, his right bicep, and you see what usually looks like some kind of broken glass, like something that's shattered, right? And the pieces are together, and they form like a tiny little bottle. And right now, they are in that fully formed, not shattered state.
I poke it for a second.
Okay.
McCree, and I hold up a piece of jerky. Throw it at him.
Do you want to roll the attack, Kara, for me? For McCree?
Sure.
For a piece of jerky.
For a piece of jerky.
See if you can catch it in your mouth.
Would that be a D20 plus dexterity?
Correct, yeah.
Cool. That's an 18.
Hey.
18's gonna hit, right, Cliff?
18 meets AC. Yeah.
Yeah, 18 hits him. So, Cliff, can I get a dex save, please? With advantage.
Anytime. You can always have me roll a dex save at advantage.
Okay,
Chandra.
do good.
Oh, that's a 7.
No!
That's a 7.
Good.
Not a natural 1 though, but a 7.
It flies towards you, and you're like, yeah, totally gonna grab this one. You go to grab it, it like butterfingers out of your hand and knocks over and just falls onto the ground.
So,
Thanks
that
for
we-
helping.
I
Why
hold
are
up
we-
another piece.
Was that jerky? Ow!
Is the bottle
What
still?
the hell?
You look down, it's shattered again.
Well, learning something new every day.
The piece of
Ah.
I'm
Yes,
gonna
Kara.
walk over to GS and
What is going?
very gingerly,
Oh.
I'll go. This is going to be terrible, and it's gonna be awful. But
What?
bear with me. You've got a lot of needles.
Need me to hold her down?
Oh
No, it'll be all right. It's all right. It's all right.
I thought you were gonna do the magic cure thing. Okay.
I'm going to, but we still got to get the needles out.
Oh fuck! Ow! Okay,
Yeah.
I'm right here.
Alright.
I'm good.
So I'm going to, at the same time of casting Cure Wounds, with dexterous, deft fingers that only a monk can have. If you'd like me to spend a key point of Step of the Wind to move faster,
Oh, bless you.
pull them out, and cure wounds at the same time.
Ah, okay.
Soothe the pain as I'm pulling them out.
Way too
Bing,
kind.
bing, 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 bing.
And like having one hand just going
Oh.
nuts and cure wounds it with the other hand. And you've got as I cast that cure wounds, there's still oh, you didn't feel this before. Cliff did. The feeling of sand, although not incredibly powerful like Cliff felt, there's still some graininess there, some roughness on Kara's hand. Let me cast that. And that is 1d8 plus 4. What's a d8? There it is. For a total of 7 points of healing.
Hey, thank you.
As you have like pulled out all of this, healed up some of GS,
Okay.
Newbury
Oh.
has looked at the needle and gone, she'll definitely like it, and puts it in like a pouch.
Do you want some spares? And I point it at GS.
Sure. They
I'm
take
gonna-
like a few from, they walk up to Kara, who has literally pulled out a bunch of them.
I will, before handing them over, pour some of my water on it to wash off the blood that's on there, and then hand it over.
They take it, place it in a different pouch. They're keeping it separate from the one that they had pulled directly from, the plant itself, and go, yes, this is good. All right.
I'm gonna pick one off of like out of my shield because it is a wooden shield, so I assume there are.
Yeah.
Kara, you want some of these?
Sure. I'll experiment with them, why not?
Nuber immediately goes, oh, shall we keep going?
Yes.
Yes, next time, warn us before you, assault the fauna.
I wasn't assaulting it, I was just taking a needle.
Yeah, and it gave you a lot more than you expected, and you may think you can dodge out of the way pretty quickly, but not all of us are that talented. Our talents lie elsewhere.
Oh.
Just a bit of warning. A bit of warning is all we ask.
A bit of warning. Understood.
Mm-hmm.
I can do that. That's simple. Great.
No, warning and then wait for a response. Wait
So
for
that we're all ready.
confirmation.
Wow, you guys are very bossy. All right. And they begin to move back in the direction.
Oh.
You travel longer, take some breaks to have a few snacks, to water and hydrate yourselves, to get a possible short rest if you need it. Nice try.
So
Yeah.
short rest.
Short rest time for sure.
Short rest time for sure. They look at you and
Quick
go,
quick
Yes.
question, a reminder, because I don't play fighters very often, action surge comes back on a short rest, they both come back on a short rest. Cool.
Yeah.
correct.
Never mind.
Yes. No, you're great.
Nice.
You pick up again and begins to move. The Newbury looks at you and says, "It's not far now. We have just a little while longer, and we'll be there. Is everybody doing all right?"
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'm checking in.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Great.
Does he
How
still?
are you?
Do they still have bubbles coming off of them?
They do. As they're just moving ever so slightly, just small little bubbles form from that piece that's hanging from their ear. It seems to kind of just naturally form its own solution as soon as it gets used. It's always prepared, and sometimes as they spin or move their head, other bubbles are created. Some float away entirely, some pop, some will go like straight up, and you never know what's gonna come out of it. It's gonna be a bubble, but what it will do is it seems
Any
to
that
have
come
its
near
own devices.
Any that come near McCree and they bought it, like there's a half second of and like pop it. Now they
Catching
pretty
'em.
much have taken on like waiting for them to get near enough to mess with them. So,
Yeah.
So,
They look at you.
Newberry, tell us about yourself.
All right. My favorite food is a wild berry. My favorite color is probably laughter. And I live with many in my community of us Eladrin, and I'm really interested in the material plane. Well, all different planes actually, but mostly the material plane. It seems so orderly.
Yeah, it's very different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I figure I'd want to test it out, and I can get more information. We haven't gotten new information about the material plane in quite some time, so it would be great to have. And I would be providing, obviously, for my community and, of course, for the court. But also, I would be, able to travel myself. Kara.
Out of curiosity, when we had our short rest, because Chef Feet, when we had a short rest, did Newberry partake in any of the food that I made?
What did you make?
Oh, just regular trail mix stuff like that. Just basic
yeah.
staple type thing
Like
for a snack on a short
nuts,
rest.
grains, all of that kind of stuff. Absolutely.
Yeah, dried fruits,
Yes.
stuff like that.
They did partake with this.
How did they like it?
They started eating around specific things. There was like some fruits that they didn't seem to enjoy for whatever reason, but they didn't seem adverse to it at all.
Okay.
However,
because those are all items from the material plane that are consumables.
Yes, eating it okay. This seems to be of not having any sort of weird side effects. However, as McCree is like Olivering to all of you for the jerky that you have, because who wants that? Who wants the trail mix when you can have the meat?
I mean, there is jerky in there, of course, as well.
Yes.
In the trail mix for everyone else, but we know what he wants.
Yes.
Does Newberry eat the jerky?
As McCree is eating that, you can see there is like a weird aversion to McCree just gnawing down on a piece of meat. They kind of move over, and their body sort of stiffens. They don't say anything, but it's clear that they're a little off-put by what McCree is doing, as he just like completely tears apart and gnaws on.
Do I recognize this reaction?
It's obvious to all of you.
I lean over to Newberry. Remember, he's an owlbear. He's a carnivore. He's acting within his nature.
Yes, I realize. I didn't say anything. I mean, I
yes,
didn't
you
want to
did.
offend. I didn't say anything.
You did. Not with
When?
words, but you spoke clearly.
Oh, well,
But you didn't
I
vent.
didn't voice anything.
Correct.
So, I was trying to not be
I'm just
rude.
trying to help you be more comfortable.
Oh! Oh, this is... Oh! I'm sorry, I forgot.
No.
Okay. I am comforted by your statement. Thank you so much for making me feel great about
You want to try
the
some?
owl bear eating. No, thank you.
It's good.
No, I'm good. I have this, and you have that, and everybody is nourished in the way they see fit.
Well,
Okay.
if you have dietary
Yeah.
needs
And more to McCree
while
and
we
keep eating.
travel, if you travel with us past where we'll be in a few hours, let me know, and I will do my best to accommodate you.
Thank you. That's actually very nice.
This
alright.
one, pointing at Cliff, has a tendency to have issues with no matter what I make, so navigating those dietary restrictions gets complicated.
I lean over and give Cliff a peck on the cheek.
Cliff immediately goes like beet red back to normal, like a quick little flash.
I keep walking.
Devon and McCree completely oblivious to any of it, just keep eating their pork jerky. They're like,
I love it.
Just out of shenanigans,
Yes.
can I roll an insight check on what the beet red flash was? It due to the peck on the cheek, or due to the calling him out on almost vomiting?
Ooh.
Oh,
okay.
no need for the insight. It's the GS thing totally. He's so
Okay.
used to being
He was
the one
good.
to...
He kind of did the like look at the ground, kind of shuffle the foot
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you said something, but when GS actually physically made contact, he
Ah, you're embarrassed.
Turned
So
bright.
cute. Here's a kiss to make you even more embarrassed. Ha ha. Aren't I a
Yes,
great
yes.
girlfriend walking
Cool,
off?
cool.
Yep.
as you move on, the landscape changes slightly. And while it still stays hilly, a lot of the trees become scarce. There are these wild flowers and long grasses that brush up against your legs as you walk through. Newbury sort of whistling to themselves as they move. They take you a few hours and then immediately look around. Check where the wind is. Turn and face it. And start walking into the wind. Slightly. After a little bit, you move past and up and up and up and up a hill to where it then starts to even out and slope ever so slightly. And within this, not necessarily ravine, but hilly expanse that descends, you notice some sort of gazebo-esque buildings, small in nature, covered in beautiful ivy and flowers. There's a few trees around these structural buildings that these buildings arch in very specific ways, giving a sort of very Art Nouveau kind of stylization, but there's points where it sits and curls and sort of spirals in on itself in places. They stop on top of the hill and go, All right. Well, I suppose it's time for you to meet the elder. Is there anything that I should know about you that would help your case or hinder your case? When it comes to and he points to the halfling boy.
Just that he is currently not in his nature. His nature is an owlbear, and this is not his true nature. He needs to return to his true nature, and it was done to him against his will.
And you
By
said
a
something
hag.
about
By a hag.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, great.
I mean, she technically kind of cursed a whole group of people, I guess. Sort of,
And
right?
they
Isn't
moved
that what
the
happened?
curse.
Well,
yeah.
I don't know.
And they traded the curse.
They might have been born with the curse. I don't know the source of their curse, but one of them didn't want the curse. Was a
Displace a beast.
a human or a halfling or an elf or a half elf. I'm not sure which humanoid race they were, but they were cursed to turn into a displacer beast on and off, and they no longer wanted that curse, and so the hag said there needed to be some sort of a transference. And so they found a random animal somewhere, although the randomness of it is questionable.
They kidnapped him from a village that is where Cliff's family lives, and they were watching him, and he went out to go potty, and they took him.
They kidnapped him and used him.
Wow.
And turned him into a halfling, so the displacer beast humanoid could stay humanoid without also having to be a displacer beast. And when we found him and took him back from these people, they said, well, if you want to turn him back, go talk to the hag.
I see.
And then we tried to go talk to the hag, and then a
And
fight
the hag
broke out.
was the hag was the one that had the tree?
Yes, they had the
yes.
piece of the tree. I
Yeah,
misunderstood, thought it was the wand, thought it was a source of her power.
Well, I mean, it could be connected to part of her power. You never know. But,
I snapped it when she
That's
got
what
too close, and
took you here. That would make
that brought us
sense.
here. I returned the broken twig to the tree. We arrived at the tree, and it was in two halves, so I gave them one half and I kept the other half, but my lute, I have broken strings, and so I kept a half of the string and I gave another half of the string. So there was an exchange on our end in the Feywild.
Okay. Ooh. All right.
We protected mushroom
Alright.
people and your tree friend. That
Yeah,
should buy us something, right?
That's true.
Campestry and Shadowbark
Alright.
the treant.
Well, let's
I can
go
talk.
see what she
I can
thinks.
talk giant if that helps.
That's great. I don't know how much that is useful right now, but that's great.
I don't know.
We'll find out. And starts walking down the hill. As Newbury walks down the hill and you follow, you notice a few people out here. They are either beautifully a spring green into yellows, or you see some that are just this bright, vibrant orange. One of them, that like vibrant orange yellow, looks over, is having a conversation with another Eladrin, heated on their end, says something, shoves the person away, and starts to move off.
What's going on? Like, can I...
Yeah. Newbury kind of like leans over and goes, it's just their demeanor today, and continues to walk. They move down and move into one of the bigger sort of gazebo type buildings. These structures don't have doors. They have archways, but no doors on them within the area. No glass for windows. It's just this stone that has been built and projected, and a beautiful bit of greenery crawling up and around it. A few little bugs fly off and away as you come to this major arch. Newbury turns on their heel for a second and says, "You might want to let me do the talking, at least for the first little bit, just to vouch for you guys first."
Is there anything we need to know about how we should or shouldn't behave in the presence of the elder?
She can probably tell when you're lying. So, if you want her to know you're lying, do that. And turns back around and begins to walk in.
Tavana says under her breath, "Sounds like the elders in my village. Or my clan, whatever."
Yeah. This
Pick McCree up.
gazebo,
He's still on.
as you come in, the top of it is filled with some kind of arcane luminescence that just lights the area enough. Small seats grow from the bottom, kind of stony looking and then soft to be able to sit on, and you see a autumn Eladrin woman. Her hair beautifully curly and windswept, and she wears a sort of robe over her that sits in a kind of silk that mimics monarch butterflies in this orange and black. Leaves coming down and making these sort of gloves in autumn-like colors. She sits, and you can see her eating a few acorns at the moment you walk in. Newbury goes, "Greetings, Orisena. I'm back from, wandering." And she sort of looks at them, doesn't give any sort of expression on her face, and begins eating the acorns again. Newbury goes, "I found guests, and they need our help, and they are willing to make a deal with me for said help. I promised them audience with you." And she goes, "Making promises on my behalf. Curious." Newbury immediately goes, "They just need an audience with you, and then they will give me an audience that I seek." Newbury sort of looks back and forth, like trying to motion for you guys to come in, and as they turn their head, a few bubbles move. One of them comes flying forward in front of their face before flying off. This is them. They would like to be called the Illuminated... What was it again?
Illuminated Outcasts.
Yes. The Illuminated Outcasts. This is Orisena. She is the elder of our area. Please, Elder, will you meet with them? And she looks up, sees your faces, and pulls Newbury closer by the clothes and whispers. You can still hear. She wants you to hear, but it is a gesture of this is a conversation between Newbury and myself. She says, "They're mortals. What are they doing here?" I know that you might have a few adverse reactions to mortals, and I have had some bad experiences in the past, but I have it under good authority. Whose authority? On my own, that they are actually very good people. They helped out one of the treants who was getting harmed by a bunch of hobgoblins. I watched them step in. They helped the treant and me. You can see she's eyeing out of the corner of her eye your group at the moment. Devon.
While that's happening and the whole mortals, I'm gonna lean over to Kara. Are dragons mortals?
So, question DM. Because my society, the Adraeth, speak in a combination of Elvish and Draconic, how much do I know about dragon lore?
Can you roll me a history check, please? Straight?
Absolutely.
Get it.
What die? That's not great. That is
we did
a
meet
7.
one that seems like he's
Oof.
really
7?
old, but not old.
Yeah. With a 7, you know that until recently, dragons have not been around for hundreds and hundreds of years. And this, within the Adraeth culture, speaking this mishmash of Elven and Draconic is almost, in a sense, the height of hubris, because not only are you speaking one very arcane, very ancient language, you're speaking two at the same time.
It's very elitist, it's very on brand.
It is, it's very elitist. But other than that, other than knowing that it's extremely old, and elves are extremely old, and elves are tied to Eladrin in some ways, there could be a connection there, that they're as old as these beings, so maybe they're not considered from the material plane per se.
Maybe? I'm not too sure if they are.
Because we really,
Not?
they didn't mention the mushrooms, and we helped the mushrooms, and technically we kind of helped the dragons. So I mean, I know we're immortal, but we're not gonna hurt not mortals. Unless we have to.
I mean, that's...
I mean, we did hurt the
fair.
hobgoblins. Are they mortals? Thevana is not even caring if she's
Yes.
hurt at this point. She's whispering, but it's more of the
Yes.
same, only not nearly as knowledgeable that she's doing it intentionally.
Yeah.
She's like, all right, if we're having whispered conversations, I'll ask things.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Orisena has continued. That's correct. I have good reason not to trust beings of this kind. I know your fascination with them. It's going to get you in trouble. And at this moment, Newbury kind of looks startled for a second and goes, I thought you would want that for me. Who doesn't want a bit of trouble? And she kind of, in this interesting way, notices the touche from Newbury and goes, so what do they need? Newbury goes, right, this on Thevana's shoulders. This
Unless Kara's pulled him down.
No.
is
If he's comfortable on your
not
shoulders, I'm not moving him.
a halfling. This is an owlbear. And she looks and goes, places down the acorns she was eating, moves over and grabs a stone. The stone is perfectly polished and perfectly circular. She holds it to her eye and stares at McCree. McCree immediately kind of starts to hunch underneath you a little bit, Thevana, and hold onto your shoulders a little bit more. She gets kind of close. And as she is, you just like stick a finger right through the hole, and she just goes,
You didn't ask permission. To
You
hold
wanted-
the stone.
I see. Well, I have
Just saying.
before.
That's fair.
Thevana, go ahead and make me a perception check.
Okay.
Let's
should
go.
go
More
brilliantly,
stone
guys.
lore. Let's go.
Oh, that's actually really good. Because I suck at perception. 18.
Hey,
Hey, anytime
Oh,
it has to
18
do
on the
with
dice.
rocks.
I
You got this.
dude, me and
It's
rocks, you
rocks.
guys.
It's rocks.
It's rocks.
Ivana should major in geology. That's all we know.
You watch Orisena as she kind of like smirks at you. She has it away from her for a second, and you notice her look back through it, past and down towards your arm, just for a second, before placing it down the seeing device down and turning to you lot. She turns to Newbury and goes, indeed, an owlbear. What of it? Well, he actually doesn't want to be an owlbear. I mean, he wants to be an owlbear. He doesn't want to be halfling because he's actually an owlbear and doesn't like this because a hag kind of made him do this. You know how to deal with that, right? It's just a curse. And she goes, Newbury, just a curse. You are showing your lack of age. It is a curse. Is it a curse you could possibly remove? Or change in some way? So that owlbear, maybe? She looks over at McCree, who is almost full on behind your head at this
I'm
point.
kind of like rubbing his back. Like,
Yeah. She looks over and goes, I can remove the shape-changing ability of this curse. What I can't remove is his tie to that hag. Only that hag would be able to cut that tie if it were to be severed, unless something were to happen to that hag and then, or him, and then the connection would be lost. But making him an owlbear again? Yes, I can do that. With some specific things. I will need components. And it won't be easy. Or
He has a
quick.
connection to the hag? Like what? GS? Cliff? You know curse stuff. And GS, you know magic? I mean, so does Kara, but this is different magic, right, Kara?
Elder,
I don't understand.
could you elaborate, please, on the nature of this connection to the hag?
I don't like that.
Hags are from this plane. Although they do prey on those from yours. Which means they deal in contracts. They deal in bonds. When you make a contract with someone, there is a connection made between you. The stronger the contract, the more that needs to happen between the two of you, the stronger the bond. And especially when it comes to a hag's magic.
How did McCree make a bond?
Well, she did this to him, yes?
Yes.
Well, yeah, but somebody else did it. Like, they asked her to, and why wouldn't her connection be to them?
Because the curse is on him.
Does that mean I can just kill her? Please.
That's one way to sever fully.
Davana's like frustrated. She doesn't understand this stuff, and so it's like,
What does it mean for him to still be connected to the hag? Does that mean she can find where he is? Does that mean she can hurt him, drain energy from him?
No, well, without knowing fully what she did or how strong this contract is, there's a definite pull. I'm sure she will know that he is alive. She might even know in which direction he is. Will she be able to harm him from so far away? Probably not.
Would our boy be able to sense where she is in return?
Possibly. If he knew how to do that.
Would the connection still remain if the curse was moved? Or would that be a way of severing it?
Well, then it would be connected to
The new person.
recipient.
I don't mind. I want her to come find me.
I can make him an owlbear again. But I don't think your issue will be over with that.
Understood.
But if it would make him comfortable, I can place him back the way he should be.
Yes, please.
That is something that we would like, but first, if it's all right with you, this is your space. I want to make sure he understands and that this is something he truly wants. If you'll permit me, it takes me about 10 minutes to do this. I'd like to set up a ritual to cast Speak with Animals and talk to him in Owlbear, Halfling, and Common, explain the situation to him, and see what he would like. Is that alright with you?
Feel free.
And I'm going to, still listening,
Mhm.
spend 10 minutes setting up.
Start doing the thing.
During this time, I'm going to just play a little song and offer Kara some bardic inspiration.
Well, take it! What die is it? 'Cause it's been a minute.
We're at 10 now, I think.
Nice!
Really? What?
I believe so.
Let's double check
check
that.
it.
just to
No,
be
sorry, I'm
sure.
an 8. I'm an
You're an
8.
eight.
now.
Okay,
I'm an
okay.
8
I was
now.
like,
I was like, dang.
What a big jump.
Yeah, we're not at 10 yet. We're an 8 now.
We're an 8. We're an 8.
Yeah,
okay.
we're an 8 now.
Cool.
Turns and says, let me see what I have. Turns back around and you can see like bits of the leaves and whatnot part so that shelves are revealed. You can see all sorts of different plants and berries and things, as well as other parts of animals and monsters are placed upon these shelves, and she starts rifling through. Making note of what needs to be done, she pulls one like pot with like a stopper on the top off of the shelf, starts looking, pulls out another jar, removes the thing, and realizes it's empty, and is starting to like move through all of this. As she begins looking around, she talks and says, "So, Illuminated Outcasts, you find yourself quite far from home.
We do.
How did you get here?"
I explained the same thing that I had said to
We broke a
Newberry
stick.
before.
Yes. She immediately, when you speak of this golden tree, stops what she's doing and turns to you and goes, "You didn't come through the standing stone.
No.
You
But-
came through the heart root."
Yes. Although we have seen the standing stones on our side.
Yes. Begins listening to you talk again while going through what they need to. She explains the heart root is one of the oldest trees on our plane. And you immediately can envision that beautiful golden barked tree that sits kind of like a a wisteria tree with these long purple leaves coming off of it and sort of hanging down in this sort of beautiful lavender chandelier kind of look.
I pull out the half branch I have wrapped in my old broken string.
When you place it down, she doesn't move from her area, but looks back at it. Stops for a second, and continues talking. It's a sacred tree. So if this hag had a bit of it, that's discouraging.
Well, she doesn't have this piece anymore.
Discouraging in what way, if I may ask, as I'm still, like, drawing circles and stuff.
Discouraging in the sense of it was either freely given by the tree, or it was forcibly taken.
Can I make any sort of, like, post insight roll for when I had done that little moment with the tree, apologizing and doing the exchange here? You can have this piece and everything to see if I could recognize any of that?
Yes. Can you roll me an insight check?
Insight?
Yes.
Well, that's good. That's a 20. Dirty 20.
As we sort of like look into GS's memory for a second of being under this beautiful tree and giving that piece back, having a moment, GS, within that moment, you're recalling you did get a sense of arcana from it, definitely. So strong. But looking back at it now, it also has a sense of gratitude underneath it. Like how your lute will just sing a note just a little bit longer at the end, a chord longer at the end, to just kind of emphasize, and you know this lute very well. It sounds beautiful. It makes it so that everyone reveres and is enthralled with the song, but you always feel like the lute is just grateful that they're being played, that they're having the experience, and that same sort of thankfulness comes to you in recollection.
The heart root seemed grateful when I returned the piece. From what I could tell.
And may I ask you, Illuminated Outcasts, would you be grateful to receive a gift back that you gave freely?
No.
I suppose it depends upon the gift.
But GS, if it's a gift, then you gave it. Why would you want it back?
Even if it was in the hands of someone else.
I suppose
That's
if
why it's discouraging.
So the hag most likely took this by force without the heart tree's consent, without the heart root's consent.
Possibly. It's a possibility. We don't necessarily need to jump to conclusions. At this moment, like, Newbury, who's been, like, sitting on one of these little seats, sort of kicking their feet, literally jumps off of where they're sitting, looks around for a second, jumps again, and goes, I'll do it. I'll jump to conclusions. It's clear that this tag took it. Right?
I like
That's not
you.
okay.
Same.
I like you as well.
I think the same conclusion is very easy to come to.
All right. Okay. So we...
But what could she use a piece of the tree for?
Come back.
She can't do that on her own. There's towers everywhere to come back. Plus, I ended up like 4 hours away from all of you. That doesn't seem the best way to come back here if you really want to.
Well, the twig was broken.
I don't. I take McCree off my shoulders if he'll let me, and just kind of sit down with him in my lap and pull out his thing of toys. Like, I don't understand any of this crap.
Back to standard practices.
Yep.
she begins
Given my
moving
ideas,
and
I got
whatnot.
nothing left.
Yeah. You play with McCree for a little bit until your ritual is set up.
Mm-hmm. And I will go ahead and cast Speak with Animals.
Perfect.
And once it's cast, start going through, like, bringing McCree over, and quietly, but not like, it's a secret, just quietly explaining to him in a mixture of owlbear, halfling, and common, everything, and if I need to do it multiple times to see that he understands and see what he would like to do about it. What are his desires in this aspect is what I'm looking for.
You begin to speak just in owlbear innately to McCree, who sort of is watching you, listening, isn't quite getting what you're saying. So you say it in common. And you see recollection happen a little bit through McCree's eyes. And it takes quite a bit of time of shifting, as it seems like pockets of language in one form or another have sort of dissolved. And you explain and try and show that this elder will help if we need it. He is able to explain back in a little bit of halfling and a little bit of owlbear. His experience, what you know. He was brought to the hag, was placed in front. He calls Osmo friend in halfling. Explains that his friend was sad He didn't want his friend to be sad. But of course, he's not realizing what, the repercussions of doing this would be. But you start to put together that there was even just a modicum of consent that happened just because he wanted to help a friend. And he keeps, in common, keeps saying the word help. And then looks at the elder. In common says help. And then looks to you. And in Owlbear, everybody else is hearing Yetarta. Which, Kara, you hear change. Change.
And just to clarify with him,
Yes.
in that common owlbear, because I'm very used to speaking in multiple languages at the same time.
Yeah.
You want change? Yeah? Okay.
Help?
Yes. Help. I will do anything to get you help. To help you with change. You are mine, and I am yours. And I will do everything I can to help you. Always. I made you a promise once, and I kept it. I'm gonna help you. I promise. And I will, if he wants it, scoop him up in a hug, and pick him up and put him up on my hip, and turn to the elder, and go, if you can help us, we would be very grateful. He wants to go back to who he was.
She looks at you. I can help. As much as I can, I will help. But then, please, move from this place. Don't stay within the wilds. I have a family to look after as well. And while Newberry trusts you, I will be honest. I don't fully. But no one should be uncomfortable in their own skin. So here's what you need to do for me. I have enough Olisuba leaf, so it won't be needed.
Does that sound familiar to me?
Well, I think it sounds familiar to the player.
Well, the reason why I was asking was we got all those random spices and stuff a while ago.
Yes.
And so
This
I was just
isn't
like,
within that. This
I
isn't
believe
within that.
from the one place, pink and purple leaves from the Feywild.
Yes.
I'm just saying. They're gonna be like,
I know Kara knows at least material plane
yeah.
nature-like things. This seems
This-
like
absolutely.
You've heard of it. It's found on the material plane.
Oh.
Oh, hey.
She says, I have enough, so it won't be needed. However, I will need a Pixie parasol, or multiple of them, if possible. Small mushroom, pink. They sort of trumpet out in a way.
Doesn't sound like our mushroom friend, right?
No. Your
Okay.
mushroom friend, the little campestry has like a
Yeah. Okay,
a
I'm
dome.
just making sure.
Yes. She says, Newberry's found them for me before, so they know what it looks like. The last one will be more difficult to obtain. I need an oak blaze fruit. At least one, but multiple would help. You can find them near a river, but you will have to head into the hedge in order to find that. They're rather rare.
Understood.
You bring those back to me, and I can begin a concoction. It will require your memories of the owlbear to be placed within the concoction as well.
If we give those, will we lose them entirely?
No. It'll just be a way to anchor so that the mind doesn't move into something else as it is shifting, as we are shifting the body.
How do we give those?
Well, I'm going to need the concoction first. But once that's ready, we'll be able to extract a copy, sort of type, and place it within the potion.
We have copies of memories on the material plane as well.
Good. All right.
I lean over to the Ivana. Books and songs. Stories. Copies of memories.
Or lies.
I would say lies are stories, but not all stories are lies.
All right. Illuminated Outcasts.
Illuminated
Please.
cast.
Illuminated casts. You know what you need. Take Newberry if you wish.
Pixie
They are
parasols and oak blades.
they are proficient in gathering. They can help you if you wish. But it's up to you. Once you have those two things, I will get started.
Thank you, Elder.
Thank you. We, and I gesture to McCree, still probably on my torso. We are incredibly grateful for your help. And just so that I know, and just to be clear, for you to do this, the cost is that we do our best to leave this place and not stay and not return? Or is there something else you require of us as our gratitude for doing this?
She thinks hard for a second and says, as long as you don't come back to this place, unless absolutely necessary.
By this place, you mean the Feywilds?
This place.
This place.
And you leave
Yeah.
as soon as
Damn.
you can. That should be enough for me.
We must keep our promise to Newberry first. But then after we have kept our promise to Newberry and done all we can to grant them the audience that they require.
And what is that audience?
I have a page. It says...
It's an audience with
Zelzion.
Zelzion.
Apparently we have information that would be beneficial to Zelzion as well.
I want to insight check that look.
No insight check needed of just that you're at it again. You're really trying to do this again.
Okay.
This is a almost maternal look of knock it off.
You may bluster when the wind blows, but you can't fault the wind for being the wind.
You watch Newbury immediately go, it's a fair contract. An audience for an audience, that is all. And then we'll be good. I brought you something, and pulls out the needles from this thing. She immediately goes, gifts will put you in my favor for only a short period of time. To which Newberry goes, then this is a perfect time for us to take our leave. And that is where we're gonna take our break.
Ah!
Alright, we'll be back. What is up? Welcome back, geeks. I am here with the Illuminated Outcasts, and they, along with their new friend Newbury, plan to go find these ingredients that are needed in order to change back their halfling boy into the owlbear true. So, Illuminated Outcasts, as you step out and away from the Elder's Gazebo, Newbury immediately heading out quickly goes, "That went well. I actually thought she might attack you. So this was good. This went well.
And you didn't think that would have been good to warn us about?
I mean, there was a possibility she could attack you, but I didn't know exactly, and honestly, I was just helping you get the audience. So
Thanks.
I did my part.
Why doesn't she like us?
She's kind of got some history when it comes to mortals.
I don't blame her.
Sometimes people...
I do. We're not the same.
Well, you lot can be possessive
Mm-hmm.
sometimes. I don't have the same feelings, at least about you lot. And I am willing to help. So, what ingredient did you want to go for?
Pixie parasol, I think.
Yeah. I think that might be the smart first step. Dip a
Sure.
toe in the water, if you will.
So you know where to find them?
Absolutely. We use them all the time.
What do we need to know about gathering them? Do we need to exchange something when we gather them? Are they going to come alive and try to attack us when we gather them?
No, I mean, it's not that kind of mushroom. No, you just have to sort of be careful because we want to be able to get all of the stock. I am very proficient in gathering it, so, you know, I can help out if need be. But I believe it was west. Yeah. Yep. And almost like listening at the wind, and a little bubble sort of floats off and away, and it's as if Newbury has made up their mind. To the west!
To the west.
They take you along. Not too far away, actually. It only takes a few hours or so.
As we walk, I want to ask them about the gathering process. What I, the player, am specifically looking for is what sort of skill checks should we be prepared to make to gather these?
I would also like to ask, in this conversation, the things that me as a player am looking for is, based on where they're normally found, are there other dangers that we should be aware of? That way, for those of us who need to prepare spells before we get there, and how far away is this if it's a multi-day journey?
Yes.
What kind of spells do I need to prepare?
It is not necessarily a multi-day journey. They do explain to you.
Well, we've been going a lot for today before Cliff's internal body clock says it's nighttime, which is why I was asking, because we're at least going to have at least one long rest, probably between here and there.
Maybe not between here and there. Maybe between there and the next place, perhaps.
Possibly. I don't know. This is why I asked the question.
Yeah. Hey, Cliff.
So-
how you feeling?
Right now, how does it feel, DM?
Your tummy's good. You're
Not
fine.
nighttime
Your
yet.
head's kind of spinning at the fact that you literally grabbed a needle out of the air as it was flying, but other than that, you're
Yeah.
well.
I will laugh hysterically. Me as a player, I will laugh hysterically, and I am betting a good dinner that when Cliff's stomach rumbles, we'll be in the middle of a fight. Because time is illusion here. Time is a weird soup here.
That's funny.
You never know. I want Kara to roll me a persuasion check. I would like
Yep.
GS to roll me a straight intelligence check.
Okay. 12.
Okay.
I'm
Oh,
smart.
boy.
D's get degrees, y'all.
Woo! It's above average.
This is like a C
Kara,
minus.
Kara, how's it going? See, now that's more like that's a D that gets a degree.
Below 50%. That is
Right.
failing.
Yeah, that's
Um,
you. Ooh.
uh,
Those are two guys.
They, as they walk, Newbury looks at you lot and goes, they're fairly easy to find within, the Feywild. They kind of grow here, obviously. Like Orisena said, they're sort of this, like, pinkish, trumpet. They've got kind of really long stalks before they kind of bloom out in a cone kind of fashion, I guess. Just gonna have to need a sort of deft hand to be able to get these things. They do come from here, so they might let off some kind of spore situation, but you never know. Sometimes they just, it all depends on how long they've been growing, really.
Are the pixies going to be mad when we take their parasols, or is that just something that we call them?
I mean, in and out. It's no problem. Over here. And they take you lot up and around and begin to wind your way through the grassland. Some of these trees with long, almost waxy-like leaves, rocks with moss and lichen are covered around. As you walk, I would like one person to roll me a d20.
Do it,
Okay.
Cliff.
Okay, never
Doing
mind.
it. Right now. Going.
Are you back to the digital dice?
For today, yeah. 13.
13? Noted.
For the record, the first roll with digital dice today was a natural 20.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear
I
it.
mean, that's fine and that's fair. I
Yeah.
just don't trust it.
I mean, that's fair. As you move through and Newbury's sort of humming to themselves, McCree is kind of bobbing up and down on your shoulders there, Thavana. I would like GS and Thavana to please roll me wisdom saving throws.
Oh, why? Why?
Because I asked for them.
No, not good.
6.
I fail. 5. Why?
I
I
have
have
an
advantage
6.
because Savannah is very, very focused on trying to think through something.
5 and a 6. That's what I'm hearing.
pretty rough, guys.
Why though?
I'm known to not be good at wisdom. It's literally my lowest stat, you guys. I don't know
I
what
mean,
to tell ya.
it's also
Why
a
not
barbarian's
charisma,
bread and
though?
butter to oh boy.
I don't like this. I was just about to say that I was gonna buff Kara out with some stuff. And
I'm so excited.
yeah. All right.
GS and
Give it to me.
Favana,
Yeah.
you begin to think. Newbury's sort of humming and whatnot. You're walking forward, and you begin to think, and kind of get lost in your head for a second. Can I get the two of you, now that we know you failed, can I get the two of you to roll a d10 for me, please?
Oh boy. Sure.
When there's a follow-up dice roll, you know you're in trouble.
I want everyone to note, though, this D20 that caused all of this came from Cliff.
Hey,
Oh.
hey. We don't know that it caused all of this.
I have my suspicion.
It could actually just say that this is all the most peaceful thing ever. Shauna's just presenting it in a very
I'm just
nefarious
peaceful.
way.
I'm so peaceful. GS.
5. It's great, whatever it is. I have golden hair now, y'all. Bright
Yeah,
yellow
wild
hair.
magic table. It's just a wild magic table. It's fine.
And yeah, I now have wings on my feet. And
Okay.
yeah, okay.
You're not the DM. You're not the DM right now.
I'm just hopeful.
You begin to move through, headed west. Newbury sort of walking, humming. A few of those bubbles sort of trail and fly off. And you two start thinking. There's a possibility she's here. The hag.
Oh no.
She could be around. And you not even know it. There's a why did Newbury turn and sort of have to decide which way to go? What is that about? And you start processing in your head. Cliff and Clara. You watch GS slow down. Stop moving. Fully just stop moving. And just as GS is stopping moving, Thavana literally turns on her heel and walks back the way you came. Away from you.
Hey, where are you going?
GS?
I don't like this. This is way too suspicious.
I know, but it's okay. We're right here. We're gonna be fine.
Are we
Got
though?
things handled.
I mean, we could be going right back into her lair. She's from here.
I know.
What if
As this
I'd like to
happens,
chase after
side.
Thavana and
Thavana's
tell...
moved just a bit away. You start chasing after her. As this
I will
happens.
tell Newbury, hold up a second, and go after Thavana.
You start moving away, and Newbury goes, "Oh wait, I see it!" And I need everybody to roll initiative.
Ah!
damn it. God damn it! It's fine. It's fine. It's just Feywild shenanigans.
You're all good. You're all good. What's the problem?
Hey, my initiative sucks, and I kind of want it to suck right now, so that's great. Oh man.
Just a bit a ways.
Help is all I need.
Help is all I need.
I heard it
You
too.
bet. Sort of in
Oh,
between.
crap baskets! We never leveled up McCree.
Ah,
Again.
he'll level up
Just
after
a
this, for
little
sure.
bit more.
Just a little bit more.
He's like right on the cusp right
we
now.
have to do this
When he's an owlbear, you know.
Well, yeah, but at the end of the session, Shauna, we have to. Because
Okay.
this is 2 games in a row that he has not leveled up when he was supposed to.
Let's go 25 to 20.
22.
21.
Ooh. Cara Thavana?
Uh-huh.
20 to 15.
Crickets.
Wow.
A whole lot of them.
15 to 10.
10 for McCree.
Newbury's at an 11. Just to let you know. 10 to 5.
8.
Hey. That's a cliff. Where are you sitting, GS?
I mean, you said I just stopped moving, so that's
Yes.
pretty accurate. I'm at a 5.
5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Excellent.
McCree is on my shoulders, or is he with Kara?
Your shoulders, because that was
Okay.
already stated. He went from my hip and then probably as we traveled up onto your shoulders.
Okay, then he is over here. As you lot begin to start moving away, hey, hold on, you hear Newbury say, hold on, I think I found it.
Great.
You can hear a small little I need everybody to move over to roll 20. Pew.
Nice
I've
open
placed
field of
you
flowers. What
roughly-
could possibly go wrong?
Where
I'm
is
I'm
he?
having Wizard of
Lots.
Oz flashbacks.
We're in the Feywild. Everything, literally everything could kill you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you're
It's
talking
like
about.
Australia. It's great.
Flowers.
So
Yeah.
as we are here,
Yeah.
before we start, you should know. Both Thavana and GS, you are considered confused.
Oh.
Delightful.
So at the moment, Thavana, on this turn, you can't take an action.
Okay.
And GS, you cannot move or take an action
Great.
on this turn. Okay?
Sweet. Love it.
Sweet.
But I can do a bonus action?
We're in the Feywild. Find the loopholes, my friends. Whoa. That's not what I meant.
That's
not go
not the
there.
vibe. That's not the
Not
vibe.
the loophole I was looking for. This is what I wanted. Friends. All right. I'm loving it. You have started to move away from each other and whatnot. Kara, you've immediately, hey, wait just a second. You can hear Newbury's response. Oh, I see them. It is your turn. And Thavana, you're on deck.
Okay. There's nothing for me to fight right now, and I don't. What does my gut of anxiety tell me is going on?
Okay.
'Cause
Use that free
because
action
surprise
skill roll.
round of the surprise. I cannot be surprised,
Right.
and the player knows we've entered an initiative, but the character doesn't. That's kind of the. I'm trying to see
understood.
what the anxiety gut is
Yes.
trying to tell me.
So, are you trying to read the surroundings? Or are you trying to read Thavana?
Yes.
Got to be one or the other. at the moment. What do you think Kara would be doing?
Thevana.
Okay, give me an insight check, please.
Okay. Can do. Not that dice. That dice. Okay. Insight is a +7. So that is gonna be a 23.
23. There was a small hesitation before she turned around to go the opposite way. She's moving in a determined way, but you know how Thevana moves. And this feels almost stiff for her. She's not quite behaving like herself. And you did hear that small little bit of laughter. That's what you get from your insight check.
Okay. I'm going to walk over to or jog over to Thevana and grab her to turn her around and go, "Hey, what's wrong?"
Thevana,
Something
you've
isn't
been
right.
in your
What's wrong?
head. She could be anywhere. She could literally be following you right now.
The hag? She could be here? I thought
Okay.
I'd look around. I think.
Alright. I don't think she's here. But if that's the case, we'd be better together in a group, right?
Except for she does things where she hits the whole group.
Right.
So here, and well, it's not really my turn, but on my turn, I will start to try, like, shoot. I'm reaching for Moncrief to give him over.
Then if that's the case,
Mm-hmm.
I know you don't have the artwork ready, but it makes the most amount of sense.
Okay, it's fine.
I'm sorry. But if it makes you feel any better, I could go into the first form she ever took, of being a wolf dead.
Not helpful.
I know it's not
No.
helpful, but so that
It's cool.
once I will use my action to wild shape so that Mokri has a mount to be on, which would be me.
I love that so much.
That's crazy cool. As this happens, I need to move this over.
And I think I will go with the wolf form merely for the point of fact that they have more hit points. They
Sure.
don't have as many cool abilities, but they have more hit points. Which means I gotta
Whoosh.
pull up that stat block. I was not
There you go.
thinking I was gonna need it.
That's great. We see him starting to move over and be with, Thevana.
So that's
they've-
my action. Is I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything on my bonus action. I
Absolutely.
think there is. Unless I change the order around a little bit. I will just in prep, just in case if you'll allow me, because all of my stuff gets sucked into me
Yes.
in this wild shape. Can I bonus action Shillelagh first and then wild shape? So that it's ready to go if things go pear-shaped? Because Thevana's being nervous and worried.
Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay. Woo! That's a 19 on the dice, plus 1 is a dirty 20.
Then yes, I'm
Cool.
gonna allow it.
Cool.
I like
Thank
it.
you very much. I appreciate it.
Whoosh. He gets passed over as you begin to move. Fur begins to grow, and you are now a wolf. McCree gets moved over. Thevana, it is your turn, and then it will be Newberry.
Feeling like we could be in danger and seeing Kara shift, Ivana is going to draw out her weapon shift the shield around, and then go into a rage in the process.
Yeah.
So she goes into a rage.
Gotta love a
And
rage.
shaking
Gotta
her
love a
head.
rage.
Here's the question. Technically, mindless rage. So charmed and frightened effects do not work on me while I am raging. They will take effect back after I come out of the rage, I guess. It's a little weird.
Okay.
The effect is suspended for the duration of the rage. So it's like I just see through it, I guess. But this is a slightly different, so I would assume it's a charmed effect, but
Yeah. It doesn't say it's a charmed effect,
okay.
but you can go ahead and make that wisdom save again.
You got this. You got this.
15.
Better.
15. That'll save.
Yes!
It's like that you realize tactically what Kara has said does make sense to a degree.
Mhm.
And seeing her move into such a predatory animal and taking McCree with her sort of puts you in the zone, and your focus goes laser, and that confusion that is hitting your head is pushed aside.
Cool.
Great. You are you have your movement.
Okay. Did I hear the giggle, or did Kara only and Cliff?
All
basically
of you did. All of you.
Could I tell which direction that was coming from at all? Now that like my brain is back to processing.
Can you make me a survival check?
Sure.
You got this.
Oh,
Let's
that
go
was
for
almost a
Bumna.
20, and then it was a 2, so it's a 5.
Ooh, nope.
Okay,
Just heard it from somewhere.
cool, but I got to be closer to people's. I'm gonna trust Kara, and I know Kara's got McCree, so I'm going to go ahead and use my speed
Yeah.
to get basically right here with Cliff and GS so that I can block something. I know that means we're clumped, but at this point, I still a little ugh, and just call out. Why are things laughing at us? What are
Great.
laughing? Your people are kind of weird too, just so you know. That's it.
I love it.
Literally what she's been thinking about this whole time. I've been rolling to see if she processes like the whole thing that they said about the mortals, and then putting connections with the Unseelie court and all that. And I've been rolling.
Yes.
Like, that's when they were walking. I was like, that's why she was thinking. So
Yes.
she has questions.
As you say this, you look over in Newbury's direction, and Newbury is swatting the air. Just as it is now your foe's turn.
Let's see these gigglers.
So they come before Newberry?
They do.
Okay.
rolled an 11.
What about?
I mean, that's fine. We had
What about
cricket.
McCree? Oh no, because
Oh,
it's
McCree's
Newberry
later.
then McCree.
Yep.
Correct, yeah. Alright. They there's a moment where Newbury sort of moves a hand, and you can see the wind sort of shift and move, and a bubble sort of moves around and pops for a second, and it creates an outline of an invisible creature for a moment, showing a very small winged creature, a pixie,
Might have some
around their
parasols to be
shape.
taken.
they move, and they have their hand extended out towards Thavana and GS and Cliff. I need the three of you to roll me a strength saving throw, please.
What? Oh man, I'm as good at these
Wow,
as
really?
Cliff is at holding
I
his
rolled
dinner
2
down.
5s for an 11.
Oh, natural 1, Cliff. Oh, man.
No.
Man, we go down like a bunch of bowling pins.
I mean,
'cause
I rolled
that's
an
a
11.
4.
Friends.
Guys.
We all messed up, guys.
Dude, I have
It's
advantage
strength
on it,
saves.
and I rolled 2 5s, okay?
All three of you immediately, the ground around you and some of the leaves and vines and whatnot grab a hold of you and go up your legs and restrain you as they cast Entangle on the
Yep.
three of you.
That's fair.
This is great. I love this. This is awesome.
Okay.
With that in
Holy.
mind.
Cool.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Bruh.
It's my favorite. Oh, it's my favorite. Oh my goodness.
Shauna, the compelled duel thing that I have, that's a long rest to get it back, right?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. I'm trying to read up, and I'm not seeing where it says, so.
There
Cool,
is
cool,
a sort of whoosh that pushes Newbury's little piece off from their ear back. And I also need can the three of you roll me a d20 for a second?
I got you.
Sure.
One person or
All
all
three of you. All three of you. I'm
18.
seeing who has the lowest roll.
16.
19.
Wow, I'm lowest with the
That's-
16. Wow.
Yeah, Cliff. Wow. Cliff, can you roll me a wisdom save?
Yeah, anytime.
Once
I'm really
more?
good at those.
Once
You would
more,
be.
please.
19.
Nice!
Let's go, cleric.
You feel a spell wrap around you, kind of envelop you for a second, and you're starting to picture like a beast of burden. Like you almost start to fall forward on all fours and stop yourself, as this spell does not take effect.
You were almost polymorphed.
Don't like
That's my
that.
guess.
I
That's my
don't
guess.
like that.
I don't
What?
like that.
What is this shenaniganery?
It's my favorite is what it is.
Ah!
As for Kara and McCree, yeah,
So nothing
Let's-
else appeared to cause that spell?
I
nothing
think we're
else
getting to that.
appeared
Well,
that caused that
we've
spell.
had
You
2
couldn't-
spells cast, so that's why
Yeah,
I
Oh,
you
good
clarified.
point.
you didn't see where that spell came from.
Gotcha.
Okay. Only Cliff felt it. I need Kara. And yeah, you guys are perfect.
Yeah, he's on top of me.
I love it.
I know.
Kara-
I'm mad.
And McCree both need to roll me intelligence saving throws, please.
Oh. Crap.
What the?
It's his time. It's his time to be the smartest he's ever been.
What
It's
the
so
hell
true.
Is
It's
this?
so
What
true.
the hell
Oh,
is
God.
this?
Oh no.
So
happened?
naturally
happened?
on the dice,
Yeah?
Kara rolled a 4 for a total of 6. McCree
Fits.
naturally on the dice rolled a 2
That's it. I'm going to bed. I'm
for
out.
an intelligence of 4.
We're gonna get TPK'd by pixies, you guys.
I mean,
Those
we'll just sit here
pixies just
giggling.
went, get fucked!
I have to do this.
Oh, hang on. No, mental stats. That's fine.
I need a wisdom saving throw from you.
Both of us?
Kara. No,
Just me?
Kara.
Okay. That's a mental stat, so it's my stats.
Because
Cool.
here it comes.
Okay, that's a natural 17 on the dice. You said
Yes.
wisdom, so that is a 23.
Let's
Get
go.
it!
Wow.
There is a thought that passes through your head. And you look over. And it looks like, to you and to McCree, it looks like GS is the hag
Oh.
who is entangled with Cliff and Thavon are right next to her. She has found her way here and is planning on dealing something to them, so close that she could grab both of them.
The Kill
any
Bill
given
sirens go through Kara's
Uh-huh.
brain.
You are under the
Loves
effect.
playing with you guys. Bye.
Yep. You're under the effect of a phantasmal force.
That's
Shit.
a charm effect, correct?
It's an illusion.
It's an illusion, not a charm
It
effect.
does not say you are charmed.
Okay, had to ask. I'm a half-elf. I have advantage on these checks, which is why I had to ask.
Yes. No, this is messing with your brain. So I would love on your next turn, just go after the hag. Okay?
Totally fine. Again, the Kill Bill sirens are going on in Kara's head, seeing his hag. So
Newberry swats away that one pixie and goes, I'll start getting what we need. Moves to 6, perfect. Moves over to the mushrooms, bends down, starts getting out shears and paring knives and whatnot to be able to take some of this. Can you guys just keep them off me for I don't know, a little bit of time? And zones in and is completely focused on the mushrooms at the moment. It is McCree's turn. Then it will be Cliff.
Is McCree seeing the same thing that Kara is seeing?
Uh-huh.
I do not have control of this character and their temperament towards the hag.
You know that while what he last showed is while he is afraid of her, he is willing to literally walk all night to go fix this problem. And if that means dealing with mean locks and Yeth hounds and a hag, he will do it.
Okay. This is when rules are gonna get a little weird. Because I am technically his mount.
Which means you move on his initiative.
Which means his movement is on your turn.
Is
basically.
on my turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you could have him hold his action, get ready.
Totally good. Then yeah, he is going to
Anything
ready
else
an
you want to say?
attack on the hag as soon as I get close using my
Primo.
movement.
Primo.
It's the way the game is played, y'all.
The way the game is
I'm
played.
into it. This is
We watch
Cool.
his little hands sort of tighten on the fur, and he starts going, "Ugh!"
I growl in response. Hackles up, pointed at GS. The two of us are looking real aggressive at
oh,
GS.
this is great.
Cliff, it is your turn, then it will be GS. You are currently restrained.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna look at GS. Last I heard, she was talking about freaking out the hag could be here, all that stuff. So
Yeah, the last thing I said to you was that they could be leading us right back to her, and they might not even know it.
I promise you, we're gonna be all right. We're here as a group, as a team. We won't falter twice. I promise. And I'm gonna reach out and, as the brambles entangle their way around me, I'll clasp onto GS's hand, and cast Sanctuary on GS.
Love
Ooh,
it.
what's that do?
If anybody wants to hit you, they have to make a Wisdom save. If they fail the Wisdom save, use the attack on somebody else or lose it.
Doesn't it also go away if GS attacks?
It does.
Okay.
If I attack anybody?
Yeah, the spell will end if you make an attack, cast a spell that affects an enemy, or deals damage to another creature.
Due to the time I've spent with you, do I know the nature of the spell and how it works?
Sanctuary is a first level spell, so I figure yes.
Okay.
And he's used it before. He's used it on McCree.
Got you. So
Before-
I would know
He
that
even used
if
it
I
on the.
I would know if I attack, it goes away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cool. And that's my bonus action, and then for my actual action, I'm gonna Sacred Flame the Pixie I can see.
Great.
So I need the one that we can currently see to make a Dexterity saving throw, please.
Dex save is a 22.
Yep, that's a success. Nothing happens. Cool, that being said, that's my turn. Because I can't go anywhere,
Alright.
I'm restrained.
The light moves around GS. GS, it is your turn. Kara, you will be next.
Sweet. So, I can't move and I can't do my action, but I just got a sanctuary from Cliff. I'm going to kind of scream out, "I don't like this!" as the vines come up around me, and both GS and myself have no idea whether or not this is going to work, but we're going to try it. Would like to use Mantle of Inspiration, which is a bonus action and takes a Bardic Inspiration slot to give 8 temporary hit points to up to 4 creatures I can see within 60 feet. So that would be my 4 allies. Yeah, that would be Thavana, Cliff, McCree, and Kara.
Got it.
You said it's
we all get
temporary
what
hit
again?
points?
Yeah, 8 temporary hit
8
points.
temp HP.
And each of these individuals can immediately use their reaction to move up to their speed without provoking opportunity attacks.
There was 8 temporary hit points?
Eight temporary hit
temp
points.
HP.
And
you
you
can-
can immediately use your reaction to move up to your speed without provoking opportunity attacks. So I don't know what that's going to do with the fact
That
that these
means
two
that
are
I am
entangled.
so
Cliff-
sorry.
Cliff and Thavana,
It's the game.
you can make another strength saving throw to see if you can get out of these vines right now.
17.
Do it.
18.
Do it. Run
Yeah.
away.
You guys break through. You're
I am still
standing
entangled.
in. Yes, you're standing
great.
in a bunch of vines that are immediately like starting to move back towards you. But at the moment, you are not restrained. You are in considered like difficult terrain. Kara,
How far is that difficult terrain? Speaking of difficult terrain,
it is.
what is that area of
It's like a
effect?
20. Sorry.
I just need to be able to see it so I
Try
can
and show you.
calculate stuffs of me getting in there.
20.
Okay, so with that,
By 20. It's a cube.
so with me getting to here, that's 25. I might be able to get to there because that's going to cost me
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be my entire movement to get both of us to here,
Uh-huh.
which is not in the flanking position that Kara would want. And we're gonna stick McCree. No, come here. Can I grab McCree? I can't grab McCree. He would be
will
here.
make it so that you
Just he's
it
on
in a
my
minute.
back. We're in the
Yeah.
same space.
can. Here?
That works too.
I didn't see where you said. I'm sorry.
I was saying there, but that works too, because he's technically on my back. We would be sharing the same square.
Yeah. It's cool. Okay.
And because the two of us got close enough to the hag,
Yes.
McCree's gonna attack with
Leap
disadvantage.
forward.
Why disadvantage?
Because you have Sanctuary.
Ah, that's right, that's right.
Okay.
Ah, well,
What is?
technically,
I'm sorry. What's
they
going on right
have
now?
Advantage on attack rolls against GS, so it should be a
The
straight
sanctuary doesn't
roll.
give disadvantage. Sanctuary gives a wisdom save. I need.
Oh,
the-
I'm sorry.
yeah.
Let's do that first.
Yeah.
Let's do that first. We'll get rid of those dice. Let's try that again.
Yeah. Do a wisdom
saving throw.
save.
That's
Yeah.
a natural 18 on the dice.
Please be a huge negative modifier,
That's
bud.
18.
18 total
18 straight. Yeah.
Yeah,
hits GS,
hits GS. Okay.
or at least has the ability to hit GS. Now you have to.
Okay,
see
so
if you hit
now
her, but-
roll with an advantage because she's restrained.
Yeah, you crack
Okay.
through the sanctuary.
Great.
So, and because I'm still getting used to his character sheet, for him, he needs to hit the attack to be able to grapple.
Hit, and then he'll be able to grapple.
Okay, so it's just an unarmed strike. That is a natural 10 on the dice. 14.
Hits.
Okay.
I'm
do we-
squishy.
Do we want to roll damage first and then see if he grapples?
Yes, please.
Oh boy.
So
that
many
is
things
a
I'm confused.
9 points of damage,
Great.
And we already used our reactions.
and then
Yep.
strengths. It's a contested strength roll.
Yes.
He wins.
Um,
You rolled a 4. Are you sure about
Joe, you can roll a strength saving throw straight, or you can roll a dex saving throw with disadvantage.
You know, I'm gonna go with my strength. That would be a 9. I rolled a 10. So
that?
a
Yeah,
9.
he rolled a 6.
All right. So doesn't grapple the hag, but actually does quite a bit of damage. Goes to grab a hold and
What the
just kind
hell?
of moves away.
Both of us are looking extremely aggressive towards you.
The hag is being absolutely disgustingly rude and is using GS's voice at you.
Lots of growling from Kara, and McCree is probably just
Kara, are
super
you?
aggressive.
What's your action now? Davana, you're gonna be on
Wait,
deck.
wait. I have a question because it was just my turn and all these reactions happened on my turn. I know I don't have an action or a movement, and I did my bonus action. But since I've just gotten hit and all these things happen, I got Sanctuary on me, am I still feeling this whole, like, the hag is here, she's coming after me, or am I starting to sense what's going on?
Good point.
You did not get to do your wisdom save
did
at
not.
the end of your turn, so you can do that.
Excellent.
Does McCree at the end of his turn also have a wisdom saving throw?
I'll check.
Okay.
That's an 8.
Nope, you
Oh.
still confused.
Yeah.
And now it's even worse
Yep.
because these guys are attacking you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Because that was a good point of at the end of the turn, is there a save? And so hence the question for McCree. Even though that would have been back
Turn
before
on
he
your
attacked.
turn.
She's gotta be here. She's controlling them, see?
I mean, that tracks! That tracks to everyone! Oh! Oh!
Uh,
Oh!
This is great.
I love this. This is awesome. This
Feywild,
is my
shit
favorite
happens.
episode.
This
This
is
is great.
Feywild stuff. There we go.
Ha!
Nope. Cool.
They will have to. Something will have to happen to them in order for
Awesome.
it to leave. I will say,
Awesome.
because this wasn't done, as sweet, as McCree hits into and tries to grab, there's this weird like shimmer in his face of, it's almost like a jump scare of the hag's face coming out at him. He takes 1 point of psychic damage. And
buddy.
you, on your turn, Kara, with what you're doing, this phantasmal force is going to deal you 5 psychic damage.
Cool. Cool.
Now it is your turn, Kara.
Awesome.
They'vana, you're on deck.
Right.
I know I've said that about 12 times, but
It's all good.
things get jumbled in the Feywild.
Alright, because I have McCree on my back, I have pack tactics, which means I have an advantage on this attack if I pass my wisdom saving throw to attacks GS.
4 on the die.
She's still restrained, too.
Okay. So many character sheets, y'all. So many.
Oh man, I bet
I
you've got
feel
your
you.
own, you've got McCree's, and you've got
I
the
feel ya!
wolves.
So that is a 14.
Doesn't succeed.
No. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, 14.
Does not succeed then.
Okay.
Can't hit
So
GS.
So what happens?
So
Can't hit
on the
her?
results of a failed save on Sanctuary, if there are other
Yes.
applicable targets within range that you'd be willing to hit, you totally can. So Thevana, me, and McCree are all legal targets for this attack, but GS.
But they're not.
Can I ask a question, though?
Yes,
When it comes to Sanctuary, as soon as the target's been hit,
it still stays up for as long as I keep it up for a minute. It's not
okay.
concentration for me either. It's just there for a
Oh,
minute.
it's not.
Unless
Okay.
I attack. If I
Correct.
attack,
The
then
only way it
drops.
ends early is
Looking
if
clerics.
GS provokes hostile action first.
Which is why
Freaking
it's great
clerics.
for healers and things like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Then you cannot attack the hag in this moment. You're racked with that like psychic hit of energy. You have to do something else.
Okay. What else can I do?
You have already used your action to take the attack action, though. That
Yes.
much is still used from Sanctuary.
So you have
Bonus
a
action, flurry of blows.
Oh gosh.
I'm gonna make a stab at it again.
You have tried to take an attack action, so yeah,
I have
Doesn't have to
attempted
land.
It doesn't,
it doesn't have to
land.
land in order to.
Yeah.
You
Let's
used your
go. Come
action
at
to
me.
attack.
It's just me and the tangle of vines
I
I'm really
love
sorry.
this.
and
Really
the
sorry.
sanctuary. You know.
But yeah,
It's
flurry
great.
of blows. So let's make that wisdom
Let's
saving
go
throw
again.
Wisdom save per each attack.
It's what Kara
Each
would
attack
do,
is
and
its
it's
own.
low rolls. Thank you, dice, because I don't want to
Okay.
hurt my friend. Kara, on the other hand, is pissed off. So for that first flurry of blows attack, that is a 3 plus 5. That's not gonna do it. Second attack, wisdom saving throw. That is a 14 again. It doesn't work. Just kind of that raw growling and going for an attack
Yes.
and still feeling that psychic,
I love it.
not connecting. But
Yes.
it's what she would do. And that is going to be Kara's turn.
Okay, Thevana, it is your turn. Then it will be the pixies.
Okay, this is getting weird. There's a problem here. I would love to possibly, if I can, is McCree still on Kara's back? Cool. I'm really strong. I don't know what's happening, but they keep hitting GS, and I'm really confused, and I know I was confused earlier, and something weird's going on. I would like to pick both of them up and go, no, 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 and just run off the other direction. Take
Okay,
them
so
away.
using an action to
Nice.
grapple,
Yep.
Let's
Oh,
go.
I'm gonna say this. Are you trying to grapple... Who are you trying to grapple more? The wolf or the halfling?
Probably the wolf, because seeing the halfling sitting on the wolf's back, I'm going to assume he's coming with. So
Let's go
yeah,
oppose
it's kind
then.
of like
You
one
have-
of those.
You have an athletics check, and Kara, you have an athletics or acrobatics check.
We'll go
Oh, that's
acrobatics.
such garbage! Holy cow!
That
That's
is
really
also
bad.
such garbage.
Ooh.
12.
11.
Oh my god!
I rolled
That
a
was a
6
natural
and
9 on a
3.
dice plus
Whoa.
Yeah, I rolled a 6 and a 3 because I have advantage because strength, and I was like, ooh,
Amazing.
You grab a hold of this wolf. You can move at half speed.
cool. Cool.
is great.
As I'm going to pull them if I can. I'm going to half speed for me is 20 feet.
Oh, did I not give?
Okay. This is what I'd like to do.
Okay.
I would like to move basically here, set Kara and McCree down right in front of the Pixie and go, they're the bad ones, but I don't think we're supposed to kill them. And it's like, but I'm still kind of like half holding on to them, but I will let
Focus.
go. If they, yeah, here, right here, look here.
Target.
Those things. Kind of thing, and set them down there right in front of
I
Or-
love it.
Pixie friend. And I'm just gonna look up the Pixie and just go "Arr!" like that, and just over McCree's head. So literally, the Pixie is seeing my head, McCree.
It's like a totem
classic
pole of
cartoon,
heads.
everyone behind the door kind of deal.
Yes,
Yes.
I
Yeah.
love that.
That's
That is
so
that is
great.
the thing. And yeah, I have no cool bonus actions because I don't have anything. My rage is still existent because I got caught in the vines, correct?
You
Or
took
do I-
damage. Did you take damage?
No. But I was hit. There was an attack. It was just a spell attack that didn't. do
That's
damage.
totally fine. As long as an attack has
Yeah.
occurred towards you, it
It counts.
incorporates
yeah.
into your rage.
No, that's not true.
Hmm?
But technically, me grappling you is an attack,
Mm-hmm.
so that works. Okay. It's not. You have to take damage, or you lose it if you don't make it. It's you make the attack, or you take damage. It's
Mm.
not that you were attacked by something.
Got you.
Cool. That's I guess all I can do because I can't move anywhere else. I'd love to shift, but that's it. That's all it.
You also passed your saving throw, so even if your rage drops, it shouldn't come back because you passed the saving throw. Correct?
Yeah, that is something different. I was not worried about that. I was
Okay.
when I pop into my rage, I have extra movement.
Got
Okay.
you.
So if I had lost my rage because of it, I was going to re-rage and use that movement to do something. But since I
Got
didn't,
you.
I'm where I am. Crap! I went the wrong direction.
Shauna,
It's
what
okay.
are I doing there?
I thought of going somewhere else.
Completely attacking Newbury as Newbury's trying to like take very ever so gently trying to deal with these mushrooms
Buddy.
I
and
just told her,
place them.
warning would have been nice. This is why we asked.
I asked the mushroom. These Ooh, okay. Wow. All right. They're like swatting over and like biting at Newbury and like pulling on their clothes, trying to go for their hand and move it away. And Newbury's kind of swatting things around and just goes, just move them away. Get rid of them however you can. And is continuing to slowly cut away at these mushrooms. They've got like one or two cut. Any bit helps. It is McCree's turn.
Yeah, working on it clearly.
And then it will be Cliff.
The question I have, because this is the same question that Kara's gonna have on her turn. Yes, I have a new enemy pointed towards me, but the focus of our, for lack of a better term, rage is the hag.
Let's
Would you
go
like both of
intelligence
us?
saving throw.
Cool.
Yep. Let's do it again.
To see if we stay there or abscond to go see the
Go
hag
back,
again. Okay. So McCree rolled a natural 14 on the dice with an intelligence modifier of +2, so that's a 16.
Nice, buddy.
Very nice saves.
For him.
Yes.
I figured we'd do mine on my turn. Or do you want me to do mine now?
No,
while we're
that's
thinking
great.
about it?
Yeah, he knows what he kind of sees this thing, sees that Thavana has given him an order, and he knows that Thavana's smart. And if she says attack here and is trying to get you to focus here, he knows he can hit that right now.
Okay.
Or at least try to.
Or at least try to. He will certainly try.
If this is working with the hag, we can take it out right now.
Okay. Cool. Alright, let's do a unarmed strike. That is a 12 plus 4, 16.
16's gonna hit.
Love
Very
it.
nice.
So that is a D8 plus 2. That is 9 points of damage, and he's going to
Sweet.
attempt to grapple.
You don't even need to, because he hits into it, it just goes and is
Hell yeah.
gone. When this one
Uh-oh.
leaves,
We didn't want to kill it.
it's okay.
He does. It's working with the hag. Of course he does.
It's true.
That's
true.
fair.
When this one like poofs, the vines around GS and Cliff and in that area recede, as Entangle is no longer in that area.
Okay. He already used his action, so he can't reserve it. But seeing it go poof, both him and Kara turn our attention back to the hag.
Sweet.
I'm still got the whole like kind of holding on to. There was like the set down, but
What are you doing?
I still have you, but I'm.
Cliff, it is your turn. GS, you're on deck.
Okay.
Mhm.
No longer entangled or even within some weird terrain.
I'm gonna do a bit of. Okay. I know what I'm doing. Boom, gonna move here.
Yeah,
Gonna move here, actually. Boom, right there.
great. Yeah.
Gonna grab that sash and as I wrap my hands around it and extend my hand forward, I'm going to call out, Torm, I could use my guardians, and then I'll call forward the guardians of faith as from the light. The spectral shield appears and the spectral sword before they begin to solidify into more solid
Let's
silver
go.
and gold colors.
Let's go!
Ooh. Do we have new art for this? Yes, we do.
Heck yeah, we
They're
do.
considered a large creature, correct?
They are considered large.
A boom. Let's make them
Wow.
large then. Is that
Okay.
where you want
I'm one over towards Newberry.
them? Okay. Boom.
Perfect. Right there will be awesome. As
Great.
that happens, I'll shout at Newberry, friends, not foes, when I put it there.
Great.
And then my instruction for the Guardian, or at least like when it procs, is whenever an enemy moves within 10 feet of the Guardian will retaliate and deal the damage automatically back.
Absolutely. I love this.
They'll need to make a dexterity saving throw when I say, but that's all.
Sweet. We have this really cool overlay of your hand reaching down towards the sash with an emblem of an open hand. Yours closes over it, and then we see two other hands open, move, and a shield goes to one, and the other one grabs the sword as they stand in sentinel right there. DS, it is your turn. Kara, you're on deck.
Great. Okay. The things have gone away from me, yeah?
Yes.
Cool.
They're gone.
I'm
has
still worried
dropped.
that the hag is around here, but I'm not necessarily doubting Newberry. Yeah? Great.
Correct. You're just confused. You can roll that save again if you'd like.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Please.
I'll start with that. That's a natural 20!
Yes.
Nice.
You sort of steel yourself in a way of, even if she is here, we have to deal with that after.
Got you.
It's clear that we already have foes right now.
Got you. So am I, with my natural 20, am I aware of what was going on with Kara and McCree, why they were attacking me, or no?
Nope.
No. Okay, cool. Not gonna worry about that
Haven't thought that far ahead yet.
Cool.
Still getting the brain functioning again.
Great. So 45 feet away from me is Newberry.
Yes.
I am going to use my movement and my bonus action dash to get like right behind him. I'm gonna put myself over here. No, I'll put myself underneath the Guardians, I guess. Yeah. So I want to be behind him, getting my loot out, and playing the right chords that I need to, and going to touch him on the shoulder. Touch them on the shoulder, and say, they can't harm you. Protection from evil and good upon them.
I love it.
So
I'm also having a headcanon that nothing's gonna harm you.
Right.
Not while
I
I'm
know,
around.
I love that
That's
song.
what I was just thinking.
You know you're a theater kid when.
Let's go, Sondheim.
Let's go.
They being an Eladrin, part Fae themselves, these pixies are definitely Fae type, and they are protected against aberrations, celestials, elementals, fiends, undead, and Fae. So creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. The target also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed by such a creature, the target has advantage on any new saving throw against the relevant effect. So
Love it.
whenever they have disadvantage to try and attack them, and if they do end up attacking them, then Cliff's Guardians are going to take care of the rest.
Understood.
Love
Great.
it. And I love that all of us thought about Stephen Sondheim, which we all know he was a creature of the Fae. It
Of
all
course.
tracks.
Yes.
It all tracks.
Thank you, Dimension 20, for letting us know
As-
that this
Yes.
is
As
true.
they, as you put your hand on them, sing this, fortifying them to keep moving, we move back over to Kara in wolf form, who is now looking at the hag moving towards Newberry.
Yep.
Do we still want to do that intelligence saving throw because I'm being slightly directed and guided by Thavana? Or no? Because the direct enemy in front of me has disappeared.
Let's do an intelligence saving throw.
Okay.
You can add 2. As you're being kind of directed towards that way.
Add 2. Nope, it's my intelligence. So,
Correct.
intelligence saving throw, what it would normally be, plus an additional 2.
Yes.
Cool. That's a +7 to the roll. That's a natural 1.
Oh,
That is the hag.
That is the hag.
And they are literally touching Newberry at the moment.
Oh, I'm so sorry, GS. I'm so
It's all
sorry.
right. It's all right.
So I'm gonna
I'm-
move there.
Nope, I'm technically holding you.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
You're in a grapple. So
I'm
you
in a
can't,
grapple.
your movement is 0
Get out
unless
of
you
that grapple.
take
Go fight the hack.
unless you take
Technically, was the action already used
no.
to make the saving throw?
Against your grapple?
No.
No, this would be
No.
a either athletics.
I
or-
understand. I'm asking if when you made the saving throw for mental
It
stuff,
wouldn't
if
be an
that's
attack.
actually
It
the
wouldn't
action.
be the action to
Okay, go for
make
it.
the save
All good.
in this case.
I appreciate the questions because I really don't want to hurt my friend.
Man, I'm here for the juicy ass story. Let's
So what
go.
are we rolling?
I'm rolling. Is it a dexterity saving throw or athletics or just just athletics? To get
It
out.
is. It is either, I believe, and
Okay.
it's still an athletics check on.
It's contested, correct?
Yes, yeah.
The dice are on our side because that was a natural 6 on the dice.
Natural
For a
18
total of-
for 24.
Yeah, total of 8.
There
I'm
you
staying
go.
right there.
You go to start
no.
moving. You're being held.
All right.
I'm looking
I-
at McCree. What's wrong with mommy? What's wrong with her? Just bop her in the head or something.
As I'm stuck there, but I've got that single-minded determination, I'm going to bonus action drop the
Ooh. This form.
the wolf form. Does before I do that,
Yes.
because knowing temporary hit points and how that's worked before,
Yes.
would Kara know if those temporary hit points, what's left, transfers over into the other form or not? 'Cause that would
I'm gonna
determine
say
whether
it-
or not they will or not.
I'm gonna say it doesn't.
It doesn't. Okay, I like the temporary hit points buff. Kara's gonna stay in her form then
Okay.
to
Okay.
maintain the temporary hit points. And
Anything else?
just look up at Thavana with a pleading look, like a back and forth of that's our enemy. Like if you were to roll an insight check, that's what she would get of
Yeah.
that's our enemy. Why aren't you letting me go to our enemy? And there's like a hint of pain at the end of you know what this means to both of us. Why?
As this wolf looks up at you with a pleading expression, Thavana, it is your turn. It'll be new very soon.
I'm looking at Carl. What is your issue with GS? That's your friend. Like, I'm assuming I figured that part out at least.
Yeah.
I need to go help him get the mushrooms so that we can. And I'm gonna look at McCree. Can you get mommy? Hug. Okay. Yeah. Hold her here. I'll be back. Don't let her hit. Don't let her hit GS anymore. Yeah. And I'm gonna let go and book it over here. Sword. I don't know.
Whoosh.
Hang on. I'm not sure how far I can get. Oh yeah, I can get all over the place. Sure. I'm gonna take care of the 2 I can see. Sword is
Okay.
away. Because I don't really want to kill. Can I kill these things? Can, what do I do? Poop.
Smack him!
Okay. I'm gonna smack them.
Yep.
I'm gonna punch a pixie.
Punch a pixie, please.
Yeah. Okay.
That should be a new board game, Punch a Pixie.
Punch a pixie.
Punch a Pixie.
Amazing.
I rolled a 9 and an
Squash
11.
spray.
I rolled a
Total?
3 and a 5.
Not hitting
Aw,
either. They like,
man.
woo, woo, woo.
Okay. That's
Little
cool.
fast,
I
tiny
haven't
little
used
things. Try to swat a fly.
bonus action. Sure. I'm really kind of panicking, so nope, that's if you can make a single melee weapon attack. My fist doesn't count as a weapon, I guess.
It
It
should.
should.
Well, I agree, but it says a single
Oh, but
melee
a weapon
attack.
Yeah. For your- yeah.
As a bonus
Yep.
action.
Yeah.
Okay, getting frustrated. I'm going to go into a bit of a frenzy and
Let's go,
Sure.
Ivana.
the long sword comes out again, and I'm just gonna try and smack it, but with the blunt side. I'm not like trying to slice it. I'm like,
Sweet.
pop.
Flat of the blade, just bop.
Let's go.
Wait, I'm not in. Am I? Was that with advantage?
I mean, they are technically, if you're hitting that one that's straight in front of you, if you're hitting this one. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was originally gonna hit this one, and then if that one went pop, I would hit this one.
Okay. Then yeah, that would be with advantage.
Okay, so I failed on the first attack. Here's the second attack.
Yep.
then. Wow, that was a journey. It was a 20, then it was something else, then it was a 16. That's okay. That's 12.
12 is not gonna hit.
Gosh, dang it.
Uh-uh.
Okay, and here's my final attack. Frenzied rage. Kind of getting fed up with this business.
Yes.
No. That's an 11.
No
Oh no!
way!
No, I'm sorry. The other one was I forgot I had the sword. This one's with a sword, so it's still a 12. So it doesn't matter. Never mind. Still doesn't work. I rolled 2
Nope.
5s.
You're like swinging, and these pixies are moving around you, immediately being like, ha! You know, moving your way.
That's cool. As long
Uh,
as they're focused on me, I'm good. So,
They're like
cool.
you're swiping out at them. They're moving. Technically. So they're going to move this way.
Oh, I need him to make a dexterity saving throw.
Do it.
Oh!
Yeah! Yeah!
I was waiting for you to give him a little bit of movement.
Does it 12?
12 will fail, which means he takes 20 points of radiant damage.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
Damn.
Yes!
I feel really bad about this, but good.
Man.
Oh, that fails too. That's a 3.
20 more points of radiant damage.
Okay. How much movement did I use? How much movement did I use? I was here.
Speaking of which, can you, Thavana, as I know I'm kind of moving into the pixie's turn at the moment, can you roll me a dexterity saving throw? This is something you can see.
Yeah, that's a 19.
19?
Yeah.
As you swing out, you move around, you realize you are extremely close to this flower that's right next to you, and it has needles that come out like teeth and go to try and bite at you. I'm just gonna tell you right now, you stay right there, that thing's gonna attack you.
Okay,
It's not
cool.
its turn, but
I have 10 feet
you
of
might not
movement,
want to
so.
get close to the
Yeah.
the
Flowers bad. They like to
Flowers.
eat you. I have 10 feet of movement, so
Sweet.
I think that's what I was measuring out.
Yeah.
And now that I'm zoomed in, I can see
Cora?
the little teeth on the flowers.
Yeah, I can too.
Question. Rules
Yes.
question.
Yes.
Did either of the pixies that just poofed, were they the ones that did the spell effect on me? And if they are dead, okay, fair enough.
They are not. I love that you were thinking about it, but
I was
that is
thinking
not
about
the one. That is not.
Totally fine. Totally fine. Like, we're telling a great story and I'm here for it, but I'm also, I don't want to hurt my friends.
Okay, I'm gonna move there.
Whoosh. As
after that.
you begin to move. Still the pixie's turn. Moving to come get you.
Cool. That's what I was hoping for.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
After seeing the other two get taken, I was like, okay, I will
That's
try
a
and
3.
That's
Hi.
another failure. 20
Good
points of
target.
radiant damage.
It starts like flying
Amazing.
towards you, and the guardian's
I'm like banging the shield trying to get its attention.
yeah, the
Guardians
guardian's
are clutch.
sword immediately comes out and just goes shoo, and it just goes "Pah!" and flies.
Another pixie just flies like face first into the shield and hits the ground, sort of deal. Yeah. That being said, my guardians, after making those 3 attacks, do disappear now.
Hey,
Oh,
they did
they're
some
gone?
good
Those
ass
things are
work.
nice.
Good work, man. Here for it.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Can they just like I want them to like high five each other before they go?
They do
Hey!
like the
Like the sword gets
They do
clinked on
like
the
a
shield as they
fist
like
bump.
both
Ting!
dissipate into the light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gung, gung, gung. Sweet.
Sick. I want to name them.
That's not your territory, my friend.
No, I'm not saying that I want to name them. I want them to have
Oh,
names.
to
They
be
have
named.
names
I
already.
see.
Yes.
They have names already.
What are their names? We
Cain
don't
and
know
Abel.
this.
The sword is
That's
Cain,
right.
the shield is Abel.
That's amazing.
Love it.
I wish my guardian was still around. I told you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Why don't they try and why doesn't Cain try and hurt Abel? What's up with that?
They're bros. They're bros. They're bros.
They worked their issues out.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
finally.
bros.
Okay.
I don't know.
Finally
At
worked
least
their
for
issues
now.
out.
For now.
You watch these two start flying in and towards. At this moment, Kara, as this one passes, you can see it's concentrating and keeps looking over at you.
Which one?
This one right here.
Okay.
Sweet. Newbury goes as these guardians are hitting things left and right. Thavana is like goading pixies, and they're just like flying through the air. We see a bunch of like pixies pop and like move through the air. And Newbury just goes, "Got another one," and puts it away. It is McCree's turn, and then it'll be Cliff.
Cool.
McCree is going to did his effect dissipate? Focus on the hag? Or
Yes.
rather, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Then
His
he
is
going
gone.
He is going to hold his action to prevent me from going to GS.
Okay. So if you start moving towards GS, he will.
Grapple me.
Okay. Understood. He sort of looks out at you as a wolf and just goes, and will actually use
Good job,
in
buddy.
common a word.
Ooh.
he goes, No.
Oh my heart.
Wow.
Cliff, it is your turn.
Sweet boy.
Yes, you're on deck.
Understood.
Awesome.
Oh.
I'm gonna shout out towards Newberry. These
Yeah.
pixies aren't actually being hurt, right?
They're just pests.
That doesn't make Cliff feel any better.
That's all I needed to hear.
Fair.
How's everybody's health doing right now? I can't imagine anybody
yeah.
taking much significant.
No.
stuff.
I've taken damage.
It's true.
Yes,
You did
it's
take
true.
a
Yep.
hit.
And Newberry's got like little teeny pixie bites.
Awesome.
No
Not for
problem,
long, motherfucker.
Okay. Bonus action. Spiritual weapon.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah. It's been a minute since we've seen spiritual
It
weapon.
has
What does
been.
the spiritual weapon form come into?
I don't know if I have that for him.
Cliff extends his. If not, we'll just use the little nebulas. It's okay.
Yeah.
As Cliff extends his hand out, you begin to hear the galloping of hooves into the dirt. As slowly the spectral feet or hooves of a horse begin. As this like deep, cloudy green. As the mist swirls and the figure rises from just the hooves up into a full horse, and then a very gaunt-looking figure sitting atop the horse, holding a set of scales in his hands. The Horseman of Famine.
Nice.
Yeah.
You have control over that.
Sick. Where is
So
it? Is
move
it
it
this
where
guy right
you'd
here?
like it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it over here.
Okay.
Okay, I'd like it to bash into the fairy that is next to Newberry right now.
Roll that attack, please.
Sure thing. Where did you go, spell? Okay, there you are. We're good. That's a 14 to hit.
14 does not hit.
Dang.
Ooh.
It swings out with the scales and misses.
All right. Anything else?
Sacred Flame action on the same one. Make a dexterity saving throw.
All right. That is an 11.
Failure. Take 10 points of radiant damage.
Zaboom.
Heck yeah.
Very
Love it.
nice.
You hear Cliff with just a torrent of I'm so sorry, I'm sorry, as he's the horseman is summoned and the sacred flame goes off.
It tickles me how much of pacifists we have become as a
So-
party.
Oh man.
Seriously.
But with the hag, we're like, let's kill her.
Yep.
Except
Right.
for that dang
Cliff,
hag.
that ends your turn. You, Sacred Flame past GS's shoulder. GS, it is your turn. Kara, you're on deck.
Cool. I
Oh,
feel
boy.
the sacred flame over me as my hand is on Newberry's shoulder, and I'm going to say, "You've got this. Just keep working. You're doing great." Bardic inspiration to Newberry.
Yep.
And as I stand up, I had gotten something from my pack. I'm going to whisper to Newberry, "Don't worry, this isn't for you." And I'm going to stand aloft, brandishing my crowbar, which I'm sure is made of iron.
Okay.
And I'm just going to hold it out towards the other pixies and say, "Stay away, vermin."
Okay. Will you roll me an intimidation check with advantage?
Sweet. Oh, I'm so intimidating. That's an 11. Wow.
11. Okay. Both of them go. Look at each other and just go. Okay.
All right. Cool.
Looks like they are set on what they're doing.
All right.
Okay. Sweet. Kara, it is your...
Does that
Oh,
count
sorry.
as my action, or is that just an object interaction?
I'll count it as your free skill.
Hey, thanks. I appreciate that so much. I'm
Welcome.
going to hold my action. So if any of them come near, I
Yep.
am gonna attack them with it. And I realize that'll make my sanctuary drop. But
Understood.
Mhm.
Okay. Great. Kara, it is your turn. Ivana,
Okay.
you're on deck.
Earlier, when McCree said no, I did roll a wisdom saving throw to see if Kara would clock the significance of that. It was a
Yeah.
natural 5 on the dice.
Oof.
Kara's
She's so in
just-
her head.
She's so in her head.
Buddy.
So, Kara is going to move aggressively in this
Come here,
direction.
friend. Give me a hug.
However,
Mm.
McCree's readied action was to grapple Kara.
Come on.
Yes.
Can that grapple slightly change to a grapple and nudge in the direction of this nearest Fae to try and have her change direction of that aggression?
He would need to have a successful grapple in order to be able to
Okay,
start that.
then let's resolve that. I don't want to roll for both of them.
Uh-huh. Alrighty.
So I will
You
roll
tell me.
for Kara of her getting out,
Okay.
then acrobatics.
Okay.
That's not the
And-
right character sheet.
Hey, Shauna, remember when
That's
we were
a 13
warming
on
up?
the dice, plus 2 is 15. He needs to beat a 15 to get me to change
What is
direction.
his bonus?
His bonus to athletics is a plus 2.
Remember when we were warming up, Shauna, and you rolled a natural 20, and I said, hey, you know, that's good. Get it out of the way. No more natural 20s. And then everyone was like, oh, but unless you're
Unless
rolling
it's
for
from
McCree.
McCree.
Unless it's McCree.
So this is that
Um,
time when we can have the natural 20. I'm
Please.
just making
It
that
wasn't.
perfectly clear.
Damn it!
Bad news. It wasn't a natural 20.
Good news, it was a natural 19.
It was 18.
Yes.
Yeah, buddy.
Nice. You got
He
it.
grabs a
buddy boy.
hold of you
Well
and
done.
is starting to move you, just turn you around so that you are.
So
Can I
we're
make you
we're gonna
these?
go there, and then to there, is how that would go.
Like a woo. And like a woo.
Yeah.
Okay.
With him still on my back, of course,
Yeah.
and they're with the hag. So I'm going to
Mhm.
attack them.
Swing out wildly.
Well, pack tactics, I have advantage.
That's true, yes.
Okay, for this bite attack.
Get him, get him, get him, get
That's a
him.
natural 20!
Yeah.
Go!
I mean,
Then I'm gonna do this. These guys are so low on hit points, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want you to roll the intelligence saving throw. As
Okay.
we know this one's gonna go down. I need to know something else.
Okay, let's do that intelligence saving throw. One second, I do want to send you guys a picture of what's up with that natural 20. Cause yo,
Love it, love it. Let's go.
Think. All right. And then that is a natural 16 on the dice for 18.
That's good, that's good.
He turns you. You slam into this pixie. It and goes unconscious. You come back to your senses as he's pushing you, and I'm gonna let you move this natural 20
nice.
around.
Yeah.
Yes! I
Fucking
appreciate
take
you.
him out.
Because a
Fucking take
natural
him out.
20 on these little dinky dinkies, when they have this many hit points, is not as fun. So,
I appreciate you.
and you've got your brains back.
My brain meats are back, and so I'm
You know that I'm myself?
You know thyself.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
so a little bit of narration here.
Yeah.
Having that one go down, and GS, you would see that Kara just kind of stiffens a little bit and then does the full body shake that a dog would have.
Love it.
Okay.
And then makes eye
McCree's
contact
like,
with you.
McCree's on your back and just goes.
The head of the wolf turns back towards you, GS, and there is apology and sadness in the eyes of that wolf. And then points, tail extended in aggression, and moves their way to that other pixie.
Let's go.
And is going to flurry of blows.
There we go.
Fuck him up. Fuck him up.
Let me get another key point spent real quick. And again, pack tactics, because I have a McCree.
Sure.
That is a 15 plus 4, 19 to hit.
That's gonna hit. There
Very
we go.
Alright, that is 2d4 plus 2 points of damage for the first hit. So that is 9 points of damage.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Ah!
I love it. So
Cool.
as you run up after that apologetic look and you move up towards this pixie, what do you do? Take over narration, please.
If you'll allow me, because this is some crazy stuff.
I love
Kara
it.
is going to bound up, snatch it with their mouth, shake their head wildly, toss it up, and spin and hit it with their tail, like Babe Ruth hitting for the bleachers.
Fuck yeah.
That's amazing.
I love it.
It flies off. You can hear it get like up by one of those
Amazing.
plants.
Yes.
Those nearby plants. As Newbury finishes cutting, and you are out of combat.
How many did we get? Because it was a minimum of 1 to a total of how many?
I'm about ready to let you know.
4?
Yeah.
I think it was 4, but I don't know. There was a lot going on.
There was.
Yes.
Great.
I put my crowbar away.
They have meticulously taken time. I rolled 22 for their skill check, which means, whoa, they immediately have been sawing away and went, I think we have enough. We might want to move before more show up.
Yes, please.
As you move off and away from this area, Devana.
I want to see if I can get one of them. Per our conversation.
Yes.
Yeah, like the
So-
minute everything kind of ended and I saw that, okay, Car's not trying to kill GS anymore. We're good. Okay. Over there, watching him, how he does it, and then I'm going to reach forward and try.
Okay. Can you roll me a dex? No, roll me a sleight of hand check, please.
Great. Oh, it was almost so good. That's an 8.
As you start moving through this, it's like ripping and starting to like fray as you're trying to cut it, and it gets kind of all mushy in the stalk of it. And they go, it's okay, I'll hand them to you. We should just be in a safer place. I'm sure that's not the last of them.
Okay.
Those things breed.
What
like
about
crazy.
the flowers?
Which ones?
The ones that like to bite you.
I don't go around them, because
What do
whatever
the other
goes
ones
in
do?
it goes dead,
Oh. Okay.
and usually gets spit back out undead.
Ew!
Oh.
Ew! No, 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 no!
Let's go then. Go.
Bye.
Okay.
Out of here.
As you move away, just into a safer area, Newberry goes, I think I got some really nice stocks if you want to take a look. And they sort of start moving it out and rolling out what they have procured. Cliff.
Cliff keeps the distance.
Smart.
Smart, Cliff.
They unfurl like almost like a leaf, a really long leaf that is holding 12
Wow.
stalks.
It's amazing.
Some of them of varying sizes. Some of them really long, some of them and by really long I mean like the stalk itself is like 8 inches.
Wow.
Whereas some of them are like the stalk and the trumpet are like maybe 3 or 4. So varying degrees.
That's
they
amazing,
sort of look at what they
Newberry.
did. Well, you grow up here, you kind of learn how to deal with this sort of stuff. I will gently roll this up for you so you don't have to worry. There you are. And holds it out towards whoever will take it.
Unless somebody else decides to take it before that happens, once we are in that safer location, Kara, who still has time left in this form, will circle like around and through GS's legs, like super closely, and look up with that very apologetic look on their face.
I scritch between the ears. It's alright, friend.
Tail wags. And with that tail
Everything
wagging
was nuts.
and the scritching that happens, the form will come back into Kara's form with GS's hand on the back of their neck.
I pull her in for a hug.
Unsure. Yeah. Much more comfortable with physical touch as an
Yeah.
animal, as a person,
Yes.
not so much, and just sorry.
It's
And
alright,
pats you
friend.
on the back.
Feeling the discomfort, I'm gonna pat and then let go.
Okay. Kara, you feel a hand reach your thigh. And you look down and McCree just goes, oh.
I'll pull him in for a hug and go, thank you. Thank you, buddy.
I
Give him a small kiss on his temple.
she was like, "Let's go." I picked McCree up and, "You did it! You grandpa, mommy!
Ah!
Dad, I saw it! Yeah, I know!" And I like pull him to the side and we start,
I start to produce Newberry's favorite color.
Oh,
Oh,
very nice. Laughter. As you lot are handed one of the ingredients that you need,
I will put them in the bag of holding.
and you begin to laugh as McCree retells the great tale of the Pixie fight. That is where we're going to end our session for today.
Yay!
Yay!
Oh, so sweet! So sweet! All right, friends. Thank you so much for joining us here on Supporting Roles. Will the Illuminated Outcasts be able to get their second ingredient, as this might prove to be more rare an ingredient to get, in order to get their McCree back to their true form? We'll find out. But until next time, stay mythic out there, geeks.